the big question.
How are agents like us,
who didn't get an opportunity to invest in a franchise early,
who are spending time and money to sell homes,
building someone else's saleable asset?
How do we grow a business but still build wealth?
Have an exit strategy,
and get a piece of the pie that's not dependent
on us working more hours and every weekend?
That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer.
My name is Jay Kinder.
My name is Al Stasek.
And I'm Michael Reese. We are your hosts, and welcome to the One Big Fire Podcast.
What's up, everybody? I know it's like I want the music to keep going every time it stops. I want to turn it back on. So how's it going, everybody? Facebook land out there tuning in today. We have a huge announcement. Brandon Towns and our group in Canada is growing again. Brandon, I'll let you do the introduction.
Yes, sir, guys. Yeah, we have our newest partner here, Joshua Damarin, located here in Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge. We're super lucky to have him. Joshua, welcome, man.
Thanks, guys. That music was pumping me up. I was ready to go.
You right?
Yeah. I think we're all kind of eager to get out of the house and maybe have a little party or something, so that really amped me up.
Sure. Right.
Yes, sir. Oh, I think
Mikey, you're muted.
Y'all remember back when they used to have the Brady Bunch and you could look? So here's how you remember. You like, hey, Joshua.
Yeah.
Right.
Look down.
How you doing down there?
Hey, the wrong way.
How you doing down there?
Yeah. So Joshua came in a couple weeks ago as a partner with us at eXp Realty. Josh, how's your experience been so far, man? How are the first couple weeks been?
Yeah, first couple weeks have been great. The support, obviously, in the back end from eXp, the onboarding's been unreal. Just having the support from all you guys too has been great. So obviously, it's a lot transition the first week. You got a lot to do, but everything's very exciting. Can't wait to keep going.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
I'd love to hear your story, man. So tell us kind of your backstory. How did you start the conversation about eXp? What was it that interested you most, and kind of enlighten us to how this all came about?
For sure. Yeah. So to be honest with you, at first, I didn't really know much about it. I was in a position where I was on a team setting, and I was at basically 50-50 in terms of commission. And I knew, bringing in probably 80% of that being sphere repeat referral, that I was going to have to leave at some point. And when I started talking to Brandon, kind of saw what he was doing, heard a little bit about eXp, and it was just super intriguing, very exciting, and it was something new. So I just started doing some research, and to be honest, at first I really had my blinders up. It wasn't something that I was interested in. I just really kind of thought, this guy's really just he's after me to try and get me in his downline. And I just had blinders on. I wasn't focused, but then something about it, I couldn't sleep at night. I just kept seeing a blue eXp symbol in my head when I was sleeping, and finally dove in a little deeper and really saw the true value of it.
So tell me that. So this is I do this every time we have an announcement, because I want everybody that's like kind of been where you're at and just kind of shrugged it off a little bit to realize that, hey, this is kind of part of the process. Until you dig deeper, you're probably missing something. What do you feel like you were missing as far as what you didn't see, after looking at it maybe the first time, or the first time you maybe watched the video?
For sure. Well, I think the first time, to be honest, like I said, I kind of had those blinders up. Like there was a stigma about the rev share. Like, this guy's really just after me for rev share. There's got to be a catch. There's got to be something. It's too good to be true. So really, I think the only thing I was focused on at that point was the rev share. And then I think when it was really clear is when I really dove into it and I saw everything, the true value that's offered to agents, like the CRM, the website, the KV core integration, the sky slope. It's just how easy it is to run your business on this platform. And I really asked myself, I said, listen, if RevShare wasn't a part of this, would I be interested in this brokerage? Would I align with it even if RevShare wasn't a part of it? And the answer was yes. And then I was like, RevShare is just a huge bonus on the side. This brokerage is that good, right? So it came clear to then.
Yep, I love that. So that's for all of you out there listening that think this is all about RevShare. That's not necessarily true. If you just look at all the value that you're getting when you join eXp, it stands alone by itself. It's just a bonus, right? Like it's a new your real estate business, cake, whether you want to take advantage or not. Right? Nice. It's good icing too. Delicious.
Hey, Joshua. One thing I think that people don't really understand until they get here. I remember when you have a team, obviously, when I built my team, I didn't really care about anybody else in the office, right? They were competitors. So like for me, it was one of the mind shifts was instantly how, being a coach and a consulting, I started to understand the value of helping other agents, but, has it changed your kind of overall kind of attitude towards the marketplace and how you're going to grow your business in the future?
Yeah, 100%. It definitely does. And I kind of the same boat there, where you're willing to help the people on your team, but a competitor team, you kind of want to keep your stuff close because, again, you're competing for listings with them at the end of the day. But another thing to add on that is I did have 2 agents underneath me, and they were on a 50-50 split. And, they came up to me and said, hey, listen, I want more opportunity. I want a better split. And at the end of the day, I really knew there was more for them. There was a better opportunity for them to run their business. And I really think being at eXp, I can offer that support and help them out by partnering with us and not take 50% of their commission at the end of the day. They can really profit and run a good business for them and their family.
When I was talking to you, I remember you sharing with me, and you might not remember this, but you might. I thought you said that you realized that your model wouldn't scale based upon what you were currently doing. Do you remember saying that?
I do, yeah.
And what do you mean by that? Like, where did you see this opportunity in this platform allowing you to scale more?
Yeah, so I was at a point where I was an expansion partner, and I would have people come in. I would train them. I would get them up to a certain point, and then they would leave or they would ask for a better split, essentially. So I kind of realized I'm in this cycle where I'm kind of capping at the same amount, and my 2 best guys are going to leave, and then I have 2 brand new agents I'm going to have to train up to the top. So I just really got to that point where I said I can stay at this level and continue to be here, but I'm not going to get any higher than I currently am. So I really realized that in order to give my agents true value, if I show them this platform, teach them how to run their own business, or help them run their own business, they're never going to leave. And even if they do leave, it's going to be okay, because I'm just going to continue to grow, run my business, and continue to attract agents. So it just seemed like a better long-term scalable business model where I can actually break through that ceiling.
I think one thing that's interesting is you keep mentioning platform. And for some people that aren't familiar with the platform business model, it's basically the business model that's taking over the world right now, because it solves the problems that you're trying to solve, right? Which is scale, right? And, people that have built traditional businesses, there is inherently these built-in glass ceilings that you start to bump up against, right? When you're growing, whether that's building some new bricks and mortar, right? Whether I'm sure the people that have been expanding aggressively with their bricks and mortar are probably not real happy right now that they chose that model, right? So as you're, you keep mentioning, platform and being able to grow on this platform. When did you kind of, I guess, did you see eXp as a platform from the start, or did that kind of become a mindset shift for you at some point?
Yeah, I didn't at first. I'll be 100% honest. I spoke with Brandon probably at the end of 2019, and we got to the point where I was very interested, and I approached my partner at the time and said, hey, listen, I'm really interested in eXp. Here's the reasons why. And I renegotiated my split. So I was on a much better split at that point. I said, hey, listen, this is great. I'm a partner here. I'm going to stay at this independent brokerage. I had 3 agents that were really good at the time working with me. And then they approached me and said, hey, listen, it's not going to be right now, but we're both leaving. These splits don't work for us. We're going to go. Yeah. So I said, as good as my split change was, first of all, it wasn't better than eXp, but it was better than what I was at. These guys are still both going to go, and I'm going to be at ground zero again, and I'm going to have to start recruiting people to a 50-50 split, and I just didn't truly believe in it. So at that point, I realized I'm just going to be in this cycle of repeating the same thing. So
and it's a vicious cycle, man. I mean, we've been through it. I was part of a very similar model prior to joining eXp as well too, and I was thinking the same thing all the time too. How are we going to keep these agents? I know that since I've also departed from that business as well, some others have as well, and it just really isn't sustainable long term, because our job is to grow and build these mega agents, and we're doing it. And they just are looking for better compensation as they become a better real estate agent. So this model is just a great platform to retain your agents, at the very least, within your revenue share downline group.
Right. Definitely. Well said. So what were some of the biggest things, the aha moments that you had kind of along the way in this discovery, and really since you've gone through the onboarding process, is there anything that you've experienced that you didn't see coming, or that's been a surprise, or either positive or negative? What has that experience been like, or what are your kind of thoughts around that?
Yeah, for sure. Well, Brandon said it. I think he sent me an email right when I joined. He said, the first week's going to be like drinking out of a water hose. And I was like, it's going to be easy. And then I was like, this is a lot of information for sure. But it was all good. There was even things I didn't know that were included with, my cap. And then I started getting things like, hey, here's your telelisting account. I was like, I didn't even know this was included. So there's things that I didn't even know about that were getting thrown at me that were also included when joining eXp. And I was just super happy with the process. My guys are very happy. It's all been very smooth, to be honest.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great.
So have you had people been kind of reaching out to you kind of behind the scenes a little bit, as you've started to make this announcement and it started to be known in your marketplace that you've made the switch? Has there been people sliding in the DM and hitting you up and asking you what's going on?
For sure. Yeah, no, there's definitely been a lot. And I think Brandon, he was one of the biggest agents at eXp in our area, and he's been pushing it. And then I jumped over and people were like, what's so great about eXp? Why are you guys over there? So I think we're both starting to get those questions a lot now. And it's been awesome just letting them know about it. And yeah, my phone's been blowing up. So it's been awesome.
Listen, man, it all starts with a conversation, right? An opportunity conversation. That's step one. So
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Jay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So, Brandon, Joshua, if there are definitely going to be people, and this is going to be consistently what happens is we continue to grow in Canada. But they're going to have questions. They're going to want to know more. What should they do? Should they reach out to you guys individually? Either obviously you could reach if you're on Facebook, or you could reach them on Messenger. But is there a video or anything that you want to send them, or just reach out to you guys personally?
Well, Joshua, why don't you give them the contact information for you, and then we can take it from there. Yeah, so we'd want to reach out to Joshua for sure.
For sure. Yeah, if you guys want, you can reach out to me on any social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's at Demarin Sells Homes. Or you can feel free to text me directly or call me at any time. It's 519-502-8112. I'm happy to answer any questions, kind of tell you a little bit about my backstory, where I was in my brokerage. I was in a very comfortable position for sure, but I just knew there was more. And
yeah, and I was as well too, man. Again, too, we had similar brokerage models and stuff, and you had an awesome broker owner as well. He is an amazing person. So you just have to really start thinking a little bit more about what your future holds, and you did that.
For sure. Yeah, no, definitely. He was an awesome guy. And like I said, it wasn't a personal decision. I love Shaw. We worked together for a long time. He mentored me for a long time as well. And it just came to that point where I knew I was just at that ceiling, and I was just going to keep continuing doing what I was doing. And I wanted more for my family. So it's just time to make that choice.
Yeah. Hey, Shaw, I know you're watching this. You're coming.
Right. For sure. Let's go. I mean, it only makes even more sense for him, right? Like the same, it's the same problem amplified, that he has to solve, right? And so this model is just perfect for his scenario for sure.
Me and Jay went to, and Woods, you might have we went to dinner with a broker, big broker, was buying up brokerages. And when we sat down at the Cowboy Club, he said, man, I lost 2 of my top 5 agents to eXp. I get on a phone call, dude, last week, and this guy's his expansion partner in another city, and he's over there. I have 2 calls back to back, and because I saw the email of his title of his company and the guy had the logo on his shirt, he was like, yeah, man, I'm just looking for something new, I feel like, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, man, we have these people looking to come over, and then people on their team, the bad news is when you hesitate, you're not going to put a lid on the opportunity of your people. They're gonna watch social media. They're going to look for better opportunities. The average agent's going to move. The great thing about eXp is that we're encouraged to do that for people, to not put that lid. It's all about the opportunities. Like you said, Joshua, people are looking at you, looking for more opportunity. That's exactly what we would do. Jay, you would do it if you were on a team. Yep. I would do it if I was on a team. Brandon, talent is going to it's going to grow, and you have to have a place for them to grow to. And I was just tired of spending decades in a room trying to act like this was physics, and it's not.
Right.
You know, people want a better life. They get into real estate because they want to provide for their family. And if you're having a team and you want to pigeonhole someone into, you know, a limited opportunity with a limited split, and you can't, then one day they're going to look for a better way, and it's not their fault. It's we're all going to do that naturally. And what I'm seeing right now, and this is just my point of view, is I'm seeing people that are really getting used to this virtual thing. And I don't think people are going to jump back in there trying to go around crowds. And so the value proposition of people saying they can't work from home, well, listen, dude, I feel like we put all of our people through SEAL training for this. So like I have a lot of people that haven't skipped really a beat. I mean, yes, they have people, they lost deals, but they found other deals. And they're used to, you know, they got their spot where they work from. They're used to going to that spot and making those things work and running their business. Jay, I just talked to Dan Bunch, who was telling me like they're literally making the decision, and they got one of the most beautiful offices. But he loved his office. He thought it was going to be part of the value proposition. He's at his vacation home right now, and he's like, "Listen, the team's really debating whether we just shut down the office and stay like this because we're shocked." You know how effective we are. So you can't.
Right.
If you want to bet against technology in the future,
Go ahead. Be my guest.
be my guest. If not, then you need to call one of these fellas around here and talk about why you should come partner with us.
That's right. Anything you'd like to share, Brandon, Joshua? Any last words to anybody that's watching that you want to share with them?
Josh?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, what I would say is I was in a very similar position. If you are thinking about eXp, I would just drop the blinders and really ask yourself, even if RevShare wasn't even a part of this brokerage, get that deep and detailed into your research and say, would you join this brokerage if RevShare wasn't a part of it? And my answer was yes. And when I realized RevShare is just that additional bonus, it was an absolute no-brainer for me. So I would just say drop the blinders.
Yeah. Like you said, it just helps you grow your business, man. I mean, it's a natural progression in a real estate agent lifespan to want to start a team, right? You become a solo agent, you sell a lot of homes, you want to start a team. Well, this is a great opportunity to do that, and then help those agents grow their own team, right? So you don't put that lid on their opportunities. So that's exactly it. Reach out to us. We're happy to have a conversation anytime. That's all it takes. Could be long, could be short. We can explain the opportunity if it's for you. Then we can talk next steps.
Yeah, love it, guys. It's always a pleasure. Welcome aboard. It's always an honor to have these and share the stories of why you guys are deciding to join eXp and partner with us. And looking forward to being in business with you, Joshua.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Welcome, my man. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Good.